In another video post about my series on authenticating to the WooCommerce REST API, so I've talked about application passwords, I've talked about JWT authentication. In this video, I want to talk about consumer keys, how you can create a consumer key and how you can authenticate to the WooCommerce REST API using those keys. So what is an API key? It's a series of encrypted credentials that, when passed along with a key and a secret, confirm that you are allowed to access the REST API or access WooCommerce, and you can get back the information that you want. So let's have a look at our demo. Let me just take the consumer keys out. So we're trying to get this order as usual. So we've got no authentication, and it won't let me list those resources because you need to be logged in or authenticated in some way. What we can do is we can add a consumer key and a consumer secret. I'm going to delete these as soon as I create this video, so don't try to use them. Pass them in parameters into my request there and there. And what that does, that serves as authentication, like that. We can pass it in our header if we wanted to, or we could use API keys in the header here, but I'm just passing them as parameters. We've got flexibility in how we use those. So how do we create and how do we manage those keys? So if we go to the back end of WooCommerce, go to WooCommerce settings, and then go to the advanced tab, we have this REST API section. So there's my key. So what I'm allowing is my accounting software to access my orders and then to grab those order details and automatically pull them into my accounting software. So let's just revoke this key. So once it's revoked, it can no longer be used to access the API. So if I try to run this command again, it should fail, like that. So what we can do is we're going to create an API key. Let's give it a description, accounting software. And then you can set which user is associated with this API key. So using user roles or different users with different capabilities on your site, you can reduce or increase how much access to your site that particular set of consumer keys has. And then you can either make it read or write. So if in the case of an accounting software, all I wanted to do is read my orders, I'd leave it read. If I wanted to push orders back, I'll make it write, or we can have read and write. Let's just have read only. So generate those keys. Let's copy them. Careful, you only get to see these once. So we're going to put the consumer key in there. Consumer key. Consumer secret rather. And now if we run the test, it pulls back that ID. Perhaps you want one for your CRM software. But your CRM writes to it, so you could then create another key pair that writes to your database, so they could update customer data, for example. So that's the REST API consumer key and consumer secrets. That's another way you can authenticate to your WooCommerce store. If you need help integrating and developing solutions to pull data out of your WooCommerce store, I'm available for hire. Come over to neilmatthews.com, go to the Work With Me page and request a quote. I'll send you a no obligation quote to solve your integration problem on WooCommerce. I look forward to working with you.